I'm here at the Ashintully Gardens, a trustee's property that's a bit more on the historic monument side than on the hiking side that I've been doing recently. It is said to be one of the more beautiful of the botanical gardens that the trustees owns. They own 5. I haven't been here yet, so this will be an adventure for both of us. The name for the Ashintully Gardens comes from a Gaelic term meaning on the brow of the hill. It was the original name given to the estate by its original owner, Rob de Peyster Titus, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing. The property owner built a series of botanical gardens in the immediately surrounding his property. The home itself, the Marble Palace, as it was called, I should say, it burned down in 1952. Was up on the top of the hill, so named because its white panels reflected sunlight. There is a small section of it that remains. There are 4 Roman-style columns that are still in place, and we'll see those on our hike today. So basically, we're going to be taking the trail down that way, up and around into the gardens. We'll be going around a few of the upper lawn, especially the upper lawn in the Bowling Green area. Out the back of the Bowling Green is a conveniently labeled path, I guess, and we'll be seeing the Marble Palace ruins, coming back along the old Carriage Path, excuse me, down Sodom Road and back this way. I'm actually parked down here, so we'll see how that goes. Yep, first map. So we're over this way and we're going to go into the gardens from there. Because of the way the property is arranged, the trails, quote unquote, are a little bit less well marked than in at other properties. Because it's more of a wander around and see what you see type park. Reservation, I should say. And then we can get it to the upper lawn up that way, but we'll go around. We have a small, looks like standing pool. Obviously roped off, they don't want people jumping in. All right, let's see. Now, unfortunately, with the resources I have, I wasn't able to find any of the names of the architectural designers who designed any of this. I imagine it's similar to the ones who designed Naumkeag, but there's actually no reason for me to think that. I'm just hypothesizing here. A small sitting garden here. Now I kind of wonder, obviously there's a path that goes out this way. I don't think this goes into, oh, I see, this just goes back out to the road. Interesting. The gate doesn't appear to be the most well maintained at the moment. And then that's all private property, so we're not going to go that way. Small brook here, hopefully labeled the brook on the map. It is wildflower and ephemeral season, so I'm almost wondering if I'm coming at a bad time, because a lot of this looks less maintained than I was led to believe by the people telling me to be here. Telling me to come here, rather. Well, maybe I'm just judging it too harshly too early. Let's find out. Let's see what we see from the upper gardens, from the bowling green. The upper lawn. I keep saying upper gardens. I believe this is the back end of the trail. Will be coming up that way. Either that way or that way. I don't know which yet, but we will find out. Well, that's a view. I can just barely see the remains up there, the ruins up there. Oh, let's see. Sweet day, so cool, so calm, so bright. The bridal of the earth and sky. Interesting. I don't know how old this is, but it would appear they used the incorrect homonym of bridal here. B-R-I-D-A-L rather than B-R-I-D-L-E. Could be a language thing that I'm just not familiar with because I'm not a linguist, but curious. Well, here's a cultivated garden. We have some daffodils down here. Looks like some lavender as well. They're not in the best shape though. You can see a tulip there. Hopefully I'm not pointing below where the camera is. I sat down to take the title card shot and I got swarmed with bugs. So hopefully I have enough footage for the title card. Otherwise it'll have to be a short one. That's the downside to letting things go to Meadow. If you're the only person here, you're the only source of carbon dioxide and therefore the only thing the bugs are going to go for. Oh well. There's only so much repellent in the world. Before we head up to the Marble Palace, just wanted to take a quick peek at this other trail that I originally thought was up to the Marble Palace, but I guess not. Looks like it just ends right here. Question mark? Yeah, I can tell not a lot of people have been to this property recently. That's a little unfortunate. Looked like this might have been a... No, it's not a water feature. Huh. Wonder if this is just a design. Obviously the tree behind it is of some significant importance, but it has since died. But anywho, and we come down here. End of the line. Pardon, end of the line, or so I thought. There's more up there. Let's find out what's up there. I really hope I'm not walking over like stuff I'm not supposed to be walking over. The area that's designated as walking paths is not really clearly defined. Let's see. Is there a plaque? There's not. Oh, because inside... Wait. I definitely am not supposed to touch this. You can see there's numbers. 5 through... Oop, I don't know if you can see this. Let's try that again. I've got 5 through 11, 12, and then 1, 2. Is this a sundial? Well, if it is, it's not accurate. Because it's not pointing north, is the thing. Sundial's the let's see. Well, that is a problem for the stewards. The stewards of this property and the historians who keep it up. Pretty sure that's supposed to be a sundial, but it is off by 2.5 hours. So, who knows? And of course I did a dumb, even though this isn't really like what one would consider a hike per se, I'm still walking around the property. And up the hill is supposed to be at least a light hike. But I forgot to turn on my watch, so it doesn't count. None of those miles count. None of those feet count. It's like they never even happened. All right. Up that way? Up that way. Some peacock statues here. Oh man. One of them's not in the best condition. All right. Between the pineapples. Up to the ruins. All that right there. All right. Oh, and some fiddleheads that haven't quite sprouted yet. Unlike further down, it's a lot more obvious where the trail is here. White blazes. Some turkey tail mushrooms over there. Someone's gonna yell at me and say, technically turkey tail aren't mushrooms. Yeah, I know. They are a fungus though. And that's close enough. Problem is, this is all uphill, so I'm breathing hard. Whew. So all the bugs like me today. I haven't sweat away all of the DEET yet, but it's getting there. This is quite the hike. It's not long, but I'm also out of shape, so well, here we are. Okay. Yeah, I think I found the ruins. Or at least part of them anyway. Maybe not. Sign says 2 ruins up there. So looks like we've got quite a view coming up for us once we get to the columns. So I wonder what this was. I'm holding a credit card that I finally got. So I wonder what this was. You know, like, was this a carriage house? I don't know. I don't know enough about this type of architecture to know for sure. Ah, here's the part that everyone knows. The pictures on the Ashintully Gardens site, the webpage on the trustees website. The 4 Doric columns. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, there is a good view from here. I will concede that. So this house, graffiti, of course. So this house was built between 1910 and 1912. Obviously, it has seen its fair share of renovation, but again, I'm no expert, but it looks to me like a lot of these materials are original. You know, I'm happy to be told I'm incorrect. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a subject matter expert here. This is just the information I was able to find available from the trustees. Could use a little bit of, this property could use a little bit of love. I don't know if it's just because it's early in the season or what, but get a work crew in here and clean some things up. Yeah, again, I really wish that I knew, like I had a floor plan, you know? I really wish I knew, like, what am I walking in front of right now? Is this the front lawn? Like, was that the porch I was just on? And is this, am I just walking across the lawn? I don't know. Because there's no windows on this side. So under here probably isn't, you know, like dining space, for example. Might be sleeping areas, sleeping quarters, but because you want those to be nice and insulated, but okay. Do I risk walking through the ruins? I'm probably going to regret this, but okay. Well, I'm not going to keep going because that fencing and these wood pieces here indicate that this was probably fenced off. So I'm going to not go in there and not risk myself, although the ceiling isn't looking too hot. So, oh boy. The problem is it doesn't actually specify on the website whether people are allowed in here or not. I can see other footprints on the ground, so I imagine other people have come through here, but ooh, there's an interesting remnant you don't see every day. I wonder if that's from the original fire that took this place down. That would be a very, yeah, and you can see more pieces of burnt wood here. I wonder if that's recent or if that's from the fire. I'm really curious. I'm gonna have to reach out to one of the trustees folks who actually maintains this property and ask. All right. So there's a path that goes out this way. I imagine it probably links up with the old carriage path that would start up there. Now, I don't actually know if this is still the case, but the original property was 1,000 acres. And obviously the area that's open to the public is a much smaller area than that. But I wonder if, you know, at least most of the property is still, okay. Okay, so this is the old carriage path. You can see a bit of a stonework wall there. But yeah, I wonder, you know, how much of that 1,000 acres is still part of this property, still being maintained, or at least stewarded by the trustees. It is nice and quiet out here. Not a lot of wildlife sounds though. I heard a few birds earlier. I'm not a birder, so I couldn't identify them, but out here I'm not hearing anything. And it's May. Maybe the insects got them all. There's a dried up husk of a mink somewhere that's just been sucked of. Oh. Maybe it was me. I was making too much noise. Oh, ha 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 ha. I found the warning sign. Warning. These beautiful ruins are what remains of the Ashintully mansion. We invite you to visit the area, but please stay off the ruins. They are unstable and present a danger to people and pets. Whoopsie! Oh boy. I done goofed. I went into the ruins and I wasn't supposed to. Oh boy. I am out of shape. That should have been an easy little climb. But no. To Gardens to Ruins. Thank you, sign. I don't know, because I don't think that's actually supposed to be a trail, so I don't know. Maybe people wander through the meadow? Question mark? I don't know. Yeah. So let's head back to the music barn, which other than that truck aggressively using its air brakes, doesn't seem to have a whole lot of music going on right now. But that's okay. We'll walk through the gardens one more time. Well, there we have it. Historic Ashintully Gardens. Probably could use a little bit of maintenance, but it was a good hike. It was a good one on the way up. It's a bit tough if you're not used to the elevation, if you're not used to the incline, but it is what it is.